How's it going, guys? Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be painting this guy, kind of like a smaller cave troll than we painted last stream. We're going to get them to try to look like similar to this, kind of same color scheme, but just a lot smaller than this behemoth. So we'll get everything situated here. Alright, we're gonna take our stone Stegodon scale green, and this is gonna be our base coat for this guy. Let's see if I can get the camera a little bit better. Alright, so we're just going to give this guy a full base coat, not really worrying about the overspray a little bit on his loincloth, but we'll paint that after. We're going to take our scale green, and we're going to get it in the pot, get it ready. We're going to add a little flow aid to the pot first. We're going to percolate it. Get a little center. You know what? I almost forgot. I gotta put them on something first. That was really stupid of me. We're just gonna put a little super glue on a cork here. Sorry about that. Should have done that before the stream, but didn't really think of it. We'll let that dry for a couple minutes. While we're waiting, we can touch up this guy a little bit. He's not completely done. I still have to. I gotta reinforce his teeth a little bit. We gotta re-wet our palette here. Get a fresh sheet. Press it down. This helps us extend the length of our paints. So we're gonna use not that color. Where is it? Our ivory tone. And this is the color we originally painted the teeth with, and we're just reinforcing the color on the raised areas after the wash we gave it. So we'll take one of our small detail brushes. And we're just hitting the upper part of his teeth, trying to leave the recesses still darkened. It's extremely subtle what we're doing, but it really helps create some depth in his teeth. And then we're going to hit the tips of these teeth as well, the lower teeth. We're also going to, I kind of had a little bit of overpaint here, so I'm going to correct that. We're going to take the red that I had used earlier on the tongue. There we go. And we're just going to kind of reinforce the color right here on the very top. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm happy with that. We'll do the sides of his teeth as well. We're going to take a little gray. We're going to do a little edge highlighting on some of the rocks right now. Try to bring some of them out that we weren't able to dry brush enough. Gonna mix up 2 tones of gray. There we go, I'm happy with that. And then we're just gonna try to edge highlight some of these rocks on the smaller sides that we weren't able to dry brush. Alright, I think that's pretty good for him. For now, we'll move back to the guy we had originally intended to work on. Alright, we got them dry now. Take a sip. And yeah, we're just going to take our scale green, Stegaton scale green from Citadel, and we're going to hit this entire guy as a base coat.
hot in here. Alright, so now that we got that base coated,
We're going to come in with our next color and we're going to add it to what's left in the pot. So we're using kind of a two-color tone here, or we'll end up using white at the very end for the dramatic highlights, but we're gonna add some light sea blue to the pot. Actually, I got a little more. Man, it's hard to see it all. Hard to get every little nook and cranny. Alright, we're gonna add it to what's left in here. I'm gonna percolate a little bit. We're gonna have to add a little more scale green. It's too much of a dramatic transition. We're going to add a little flow aid to the mix. Give it a nice stir up. And now we're going to aim, we're going to start doing our kind of like top-down highlight. We're going to leave the under part of him as that dark scale green that we've been doing. I need a little more still. Hold on. We're going to clean that tip out. Okay, I like that tone much more. Alright, now we're going to add some more to the light sea blue to kind of get a better, like a lighter tone. And we're constantly using the same colors as before, like the same mix. So now we have a little bit of a lighter tone going on, and we're going to be aiming for the much more, not super raised areas, but much more defined, like as upper arms, shoulders, pectorals, other arm, top of the head, and really trying to leave that nice transition in there. Now we're gonna let him dry for a couple minutes, kind of let that those coats kind of seal in. While we do that, we're actually gonna clean out the pot completely. We're gonna make sure we got that tip clean. So now we got that the pot pretty cleared out. Dry it with my shirt a little bit, get the water out. I don't want to water it down. Alright, so now we're going to come in with pure light sea blue, so we're not going to have any more of the scale green in there. And we've created a nice enough transition to where it won't look super speckled. Put a little flow aid in there to help it get through that airbrush. I'm going to percolate it a little bit. I'm going to clean that tip out. Get our mask back on. And now we're we're just working our way up towards the higher parts of the miniature to really create a nice transition and some very nice highlights on this troll. Alright, we're gonna dump out what's left in the pot. And then we're gonna add our white to the mix. And we're gonna start really working our way into more aggressive highlights that are really gonna show on the model at the end of it. We're going to stir up the pot, get those colors kind of marrying each other. Percolate the pot a little bit. Clean the tip. Now we're going to be super subtle with this. We're going to be aiming for the most raised areas, like the higher part of the pectorals, shoulders, the top of the head. And this is where the highlights start getting really aggressive, so you have to be very careful. Get our mask on. Alright. So we're like 95% of the way there with this skin tone. We're gonna let them dry for a second, and we're gonna clear the pot out completely. We're not gonna, we don't want any blue residue left over. Pull the needle back, and then make sure you wash it out good. I want this last highlight to be very aggressive. Make sure it's like pure white, and we're gonna go in as soft as possible. We're gonna dry the inside out. We don't want to water down the white. It's already watered down because it's model ready, or model airbrush ready, not model ready. Shake it up good. Alright. We're going to take our dead white from Game Air, put it straight in the pot. We're not even going to add any flow aid. Clean the tip. Alright, we're going to be super soft with this. We're literally aiming for the uttermost highlights right here, the highest raised areas. Alright, those highlights look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with those. I don't know if you guys can see them. There you go. It's a little better, I think, for you guys. Alright, now that we're basically done, we're done with his skin tone. We're going to transition to his toenails, fingernails, teeth, and then we'll probably hit up his rocks after. First, we're going to clean out our airbrush. We don't want that stuff to dry. Take our toothbrush, really like clean out the inside. Pull the needle out, kind of give it a little wiggle. So we're gonna take our game color bone white. We're gonna try it a little different than the last guy. Well, that was a lot of paint to come out. Not what I wanted. Just wasted a bunch. I want that one. I don't want that one. We're gonna add some water to this because it's not paintbrush ready. It needs to be thinned out a bit. It's way too much paint. We're gonna take our, there we go, one of our layer brushes. Oh, we can take this thing off now. So we're going to take one of our layer brushes and we're going to hit all the toenails and fingernails as well as his teeth. We'll probably do a couple thin layers on them.
Time has come. Execute Order 66.
Thanks for the follow, or was it Raymond Strange? What was it? I think it was Raymond Strange. Raymond Strange, dude. Haven't seen you around here. Welcome to the stream, man. Or girl. Whatever, which one it is. Oop, way too much. Yeah, dude, we're fairly new. This is probably my 8th stream, so yeah, we're pretty new to Twitch. So any support I can get, anybody coming in and out, always happy. We're gonna let those dry before we give a second layer. We're gonna get these fingernails right here. Man, it's hard to get to these nails. I'll give a second layer on these guys since they're dry already. I'm gonna need to come in with a smaller brush here. It's too tiny. There's like one little tiny nail right here that I can barely get to. How long have I been painting? Well, let's think. I would say I started playing Dungeons and Dragons 2 years ago, and I kind of was like, oh, dude, let's have some miniatures. So I started painting like a year and a half ago, but I was super bad. And within the past 3 months, I took the initiative to learn, get an airbrush, really practice my skills a lot, and I've gotten a lot better than I used to be, so yeah, now I'm just painting for our campaign that we play, as well as kind of some little extra money on the side. So, but it's fun. I love painting. How about you, man? You paint yourself? Eight weeks, whew! You're new, dude. You're super new. When I was painting for 8 weeks, man, I didn't even know what I was doing, to be honest. I didn't even know to thin my paints, or even what a wash was. I was just plopping the thickest paint on miniatures and still thinking I was good, of course. Yeah, dude, go for it, man. Whatever you want. If you want to show some work, if you ever want Like, if you guys ever want any sort of like commenting, let me know. Other than that, I'm not gonna like rip apart your guys' miniatures, especially if you're new. What is Salamander? Are you talking about is Salamander for Warhammer? I really don't know. I'm not much a big of a Warhammer person, even though I can give mad respects to the paint jobs people do, and that I learned a lot from watching people. I've never particularly played the game myself, so more of just a kind of a Dungeons and Dragons guy. Cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a really cool like for straight up painting. It's amazing. It's amazing to watch. I learned a lot. I had some people kind of really help me out on YouTube videos watching people, but they'd all paint space or what's it called for Warhammer. So my goal right now is to be the role playing game guy, but. The cool thing is there's a lot of crossover between miniatures. It doesn't really matter what you paint. Just picking up on other people's techniques and little like tips really help you out no matter what you're painting. Alright, we're gonna get his teeth now. He's basically got 2 little underbites right here. Alright, we're gonna give some more layers to his toes, trying to hide that blue. Whoops. It's all good, man. I got time. I'm gonna be on for... What time is it right now? It's like 6 o'clock over here on the West Coast. So, I'll probably be on for another hour, or maybe even 2. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Alright, I got it. It's okay. Hey man, honestly, if you've been painting for 8 weeks, you got some skill. That was a lot better than I was painting at 8 weeks. I like the little flames that are going on within the shoulder pads. Yeah. That's a lot of work right there. Even for those tiny little pieces, man, that's a lot of work. But you're doing good, man. I was not even close to that good. I really was just like, hey, I'm gonna paint miniatures any way I can, not knowing a single thing about painting miniatures. Yeah, they're cool. I mean, it's still hard to paint stuff like that. I mean, that's a lot of detail work you were doing. I look forward to seeing the final product of it for sure. Alright, let's see. What else can we do? It actually looks like he has a little couple teeth up here that will get painted. Oh, you have one that's finished? Yeah, dude, send that pic if you can. I'd love to see someone who's been painting for 8 weeks show me a finished product. Cause do I have one here? Oh, here we go. I'll show you something. I'll show you something from my first. This is from my first like month of painting. It's absolutely atrocious. Like, it's just layers of chunky paint on it. It's pretty bad. Here, I'll show you one of my most recent works. So if you can see the difference, I went from really bad to, I would say, pretty good. This is like some paladin or something. Whatever somebody wants to use it as. That looks really cool, man. I like it. I like the purple green combo you got going on, especially those jetpacks. It's like some green oozing slime. Nice, dude. I love it, dude. Good work, man. For 8 weeks, man, you're killing it. Put in more time into this hobby and dude, you'll be a pro for sure. It's not as hard as you think. Dude, honestly, it's the exact same thing I did. To really learn how to paint, you definitely have to watch professionals paint. And you have to watch multiple... I had gathered from like a bunch of different people to really like help me get better. Because some people are just like, I don't know, you kind of like burn out on them, and it really helps to get different perspectives on painting. Alright, we're gonna paint his, kind of his, like, crotch belt or whatever you want to call it. Loin strap, I think it is. We're gonna take Glory Red from Game Air. We're just gonna hit this as a base loincloth. I'm new to Twitch. I've literally been on Twitch for about a month now. So, yeah, this is my 8th stream. So I tried to stream like 2 or 3 times. Crotch cloth. I try to stream 2 to 3 times a week. At least that's what I'm going for the summer. So yeah. Welcome. Thank you, man. I appreciate you coming checking out the stream. It means a lot to me. I've watched some streams, but this is my first time streaming myself. So very, very new to painting on stream.
Oh yeah! This is happening.
Thanks for the host, dude. Appreciate it, man. That like scared me, to be honest. Like I was like, where the hell is my music? Where's that sound coming from? Cool, man. Do you stream painting miniatures, or you stream playing video games, or what? Cool. That's awesome, man, dude. Well, let me know. I'll give you a follow when I can, and I'll come check out your stream, dude, for sure. You got specific times you stream? Damn, dude, you're a late night stream. I'll come check you out though for sure. I'm a late nighter. I'm a night owl myself. gonna have to come in with a smaller brush here. A little too close. Trying to get this behind the loincloth. Do the same thing for the front side. This is a little more complicated though. It's like up and under. I don't even think you guys can even see this. I can barely see it, but all right, we're gonna let that dry. Let me give him a break. Alright, we're gonna move back to our big boy that we were painting the last stream. This guy's absolutely massive. This guy, yeah, dude. He's amazing. I can't wait to find a way to incorporate him into the campaign that I Dungeon Master for. It's gonna be too much fun. I mean, he's just like the most beastly troll you've ever seen. Kind of the same tone that I'm going for in the other one. So we're going to take Sun Yellow. We're going to try to do his eyeballs right now, which I've been putting off for a couple days because I hate eyeballs. But we got to do them. We're gonna give these eyeballs like 2 to 3 layers. This paint's really thin and hard to paint with. Alright. I need to do a little bit of highlighting on this guy's cloak. I have a red around here somewhere. Maybe on the ground, I think. Oh, there's that red. Whew! I had misplaced this red for a while. So we're going to take our kind of like a medium layer brush, and we're really going to try to aim for the most raised areas here. A little more red. Alright, we'll try to do a little bit of this front part, but I'm not too concerned with it because it's really hidden. We want to try to get as much highlighting as we can. At least this edge part here, especially. Dude, it's all good, man. I hope you're painting, dude. That's what I would do when I was watching other people's stream. I would just paint myself. Hop in on the chat every once in a while, but it's kind of just something to throw on, pick up on little details from other people. Really helps out. Yeah, this guy's basically done. Like I'm pretty happy on him. As soon as I get, I gotta get him based and stuff. I'll probably give him some like snow terrain base. All right, where's my brush? Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's honestly the largest model I've painted so far. And it really it gave me a lot of confidence. I've got these kind of like statue things that I bought a while ago, and I'm just like waiting to get better to paint. They're really cool. They're like these orc busts. So I'm trying to work up my confidence a little bit before I like get to those. Okay, we're just giving these little loincloth second layer to really reinforce the color here. Alright, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the restroom. Grab another drink. Alright, we're back. Alright, we got this guy. We've been working on this guy for a while. He's a process and a half. I'm going to give him a second layer of wash on his silver. Where's my wash? There it is. Oh, that's the wrong one. Now we're going to take our Nuln Oil. And we're going to take our layer brush somewhere. Take our layer brush. And we're going to give these silver parts just a second coat of Nuln Oil to really kind of give it that very like antique-y look before we reinforce it. Silver kind of needs a little bit more wash than other colors, I would say. What green did I use? I think I used sick green. Goblin green? Fuck. Here we go. So we're gonna take our. Oop, that's. I don't want another explosion of paint. Got a dry tip. Poke it out. Take our kind of our large layer brush, and we're gonna reinforce this green that we painted last time. It needs a couple coats. Nose itches. We're going to take our burnt umber that we used originally on the staff. We're going to give it its second coat. Didn't really have great coverage over the orange. Now we're gonna let this guy dry out. And we're gonna take our tiniest brush we have, and we're gonna try to get his. I probably should have done this before I did his little like buck front teeth that he's got on his roof of his mouth, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I have to come back in. More than likely, I will. I don't see myself doing this successfully. Without touching. Alright, we're gonna paint this guy's eyeballs as well while we're here. The little man, I don't even think there's any. I don't even know if I can paint those. I don't think I can paint those. I think it's actually not worth it. Where's my brush? Where's my other brush? This is from Atlantis Miniatures. It's like a cave troll. They're pretty cool. They're a UK company. I think they're relatively new. They've got some really cool larger models. Like here, I'll show you this guy. This guy is he's like I think probably the biggest model they have, but he's just like this monster troll. So they're pretty cool, very fun to paint. They've got smaller models as well. They've got these here's an example of their orcs. I don't know if you can see that very well. But their orcs are really cool. They're very realistic. They kind of look like Lord of the Ring orcs. So, I'm pretty happy with it. So these will be something I have to paint in the future. What else do we do? Alright, we're gonna paint his little rocks that are coming out of his shoulder blades. Where's my brush? Yeah, they are resin. They're the, like, you know, the high quality resin. I recommend them. I'll be honest with you though. When I bought the core set, the first core set, it was like $175 or something like that. They didn't ship the little guys packaged very well, and I was very disappointed. But because some of them like broke. But they ended up they're gonna send me some new ones here pretty soon, or they already shipped out, so they're like kind of making up for it. But they're larger. They have amazing larger models. Like I'm definitely gonna buy some more of like trolls. They've got some magma trolls that are really cool, as well as like this Yeti miniature that looks awesome. They're not cheap though, so yeah. They are. I mean, they're really fun to paint too. Like, especially because I use an airbrush. I use the Iwata Eclipse. Just having an airbrush and then a larger model like this just makes it 1,000 times easier than doing brush work. Yeah, here's another one. I got this guy here. I'll probably paint him next stream. He's got these like two chain balls going on. He's pretty awesome looking. He's not as big as the last guy, but definitely a step above the guy I'm painting right now. Alright, so we got black kind of mixed in with some gray here. Where's my black? Add a little more black to the mix. We're gonna hit every single one of these little rocks. Try to not mess up the airbrush work that we worked so hard on. That's too dark. God damn it. Alright, here we go. I think I got the color I want. There we go. That's a nice dark rock gray. Oop, sorry. Out of stream. That happens every once in a while. Whew, man, that's a lot. That's a lot of focus right there. Dun, 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 dun. So you paint miniatures yourself? The Real Science 86? I asked, I said, do you paint miniatures yourself? Did you hear me that time? You're a noob? It's okay, man. We're all noobs. I'm still a noob. I've only been painting for... So I started painting like a year and a half ago, but I had no idea what I was doing, and I painted like that for like 2 months. And then I stopped painting, and then I re-picked it back up on like 4 months ago, and I just made a decision that I was going to go all out on learning how to paint and making sure I was doing it well. So I bought a really nice airbrush, got a bunch of new paints, like basically from the bottom up built a studio in my room. and then just really watched a lot of other people painting and picked up from a lot of different people, and then I just practiced. That's really all it takes. Echo Mantis, thanks, man. Appreciate it, dude. Welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you here before. What do you like to paint? Real Science? Are you a Warhammer guy or you a Dungeons and Dragons guy like me? Or both? I mean, I haven't met anybody that does both. Most people do one or the other.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Yeah, what that? Execute Order 66? Thanks for the follow, Echo Mantis, dude. Really appreciate it, man. Welcome to the stream. We're new around here. We've only been on Twitch for about a month now, so trying to get a little small community going of painters. So appreciate any support I can get. Just showing up and hanging out with us is all that I could ask for. Cool. What kind of board games do you play? Is it like, I know they have these like Zombicide games. Echo Mantis, I stream about, right now I've got 2 set times where I paint every Thursdays and Saturdays. But I think I'm gonna add Monday nights to the stream as well. Maybe like 6 o'clock on Pacific time. I'm over here in California, so I don't know where you are and how late that is for you, but so yeah, Thursdays we paint at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time, and Saturdays at 5 Pacific time. But I'm gonna definitely add another day on Monday, maybe Tuesday. I haven't really decided yet. So we're just trying to get stuff going here. It's everything's a lot more complicated than I had expected. Just with like getting camera stuff going up, that took forever for me to figure out cameras and like what worked well for painting. Defenders of the Realm. I've honestly never heard of the game. Is it like sci-fi, or is it like fantasy based, like knights and stuff? It almost sounds like knights. Oh, what up, Santas? How's it going, man? How you doing, dude? Let's see it. Special guest. Oh, get out of here. Get out of here, Amazon pop-up. Those are... Enjoying the week of the 4th? I feel you, man. I feel ya. Those are some cool miniatures I like. My favorite one of the bunch of 4 is the troll-looking guy with the kind of the arrow-tip sword. That thing looks fun to paint. He's got some nice detail in his face, and the sword. Whew! I do that guy like some like charred ember sword or something. Oh yeah, I mean, it's not too cartoonish. I mean, I could totally see a troll or like an elite goblin guy looking like that. Echo Mantis, you just started painting Reaper miniatures. Nice, man. They're my favorite line right now. I like to paint kind of like, I like to do a lot of buying from the UK. They've got some really cool miniature lines there, like some dwarfs. Like there's this one company called Skibor Miniatures. Here, I'll show you one of them. Here, this guy right here. They make really like realistic miniatures, and they're very cool. I think actually these are from Poland. They're from Poland, not the UK. But I've got some like whole line, like in my shelves over there. I've got like this whole line of dwarfs that like I need to get to eventually, but I don't know. I keep painting other stuff. Maybe next time. I gotta like prime them and base them, or like put them on stuff so I can paint them properly. It's Atlantis Miniatures. They're from the UK. They have some amazing miniatures. I don't know. Were you here when I showed the larger dude? I already finished the larger dude. He's like 3 times the size of this guy. If you haven't, I'll bring him out right now. He's just behind my back on my bed. 'Cause he's cool. I mean, he's a beast. He was really fun to paint. Here, I'll show you him right now. Basically done with all these shoulder blades. Here he is. This is the biggest boy you'll see. I mean, look what we were painting and look what we did painting. Same kind of style. I don't know if, there you go. Maybe that's a little better camera. So we painted him Woo! I almost dropped that guy. That was crazy. Let me focus the camera a little bit more. Yeah, there he is. In all his glory. The largest troll you'll ever see. So, yeah, they do some really good job on their larger miniatures. Like, you don't really see too many companies that come out with miniatures this large that look that realistic. It almost looks like something out of Lord of the Rings, which is, you know, awesome. Yeah, no, for sure. I was thinking about, like, I haven't decided yet. I was maybe gonna do some research and, like, try to find some, like, tribal markings to, like, give these guys, like, a really, like, tribal feel to them. But I don't know yet. That's some freehanding stuff that I can say I'm not the best at. There's some really great freehand work out there, and I'm not there yet. Yeah, but check them out. They're a really cool company. They've got some really nice miniatures. Great detail on them, and they're the resin kind. Yeah, I have a campaign to run tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put this guy. My players are gonna fight this thing right here. The big guy, he's too big for them right now. They're only level 4. Yeah, they I think they're doing dwarfs right now, unless I'm wrong. I don't know if they've moved on to something else, but the last time I checked, it was dwarves. But if it's something else... Sarastra. I don't know who Sarastra is, to be honest. Is he like a miniature painter as well? Cool, man. I'll have to check them out. I mean, I honestly, I love watching other people paint. I mean, even today that, like, you know, I've gotten good enough to where I can help other people paint. I still learn other like, everybody's got their own kind of, like, tricks and technique to, like, really help themselves out, or, like, help others, I mean. And yeah, I'm always open to watching new people and, like, learn new stuff. So I'll definitely check them out. Do I stream my campaign? Not yet. Not yet. Hopefully, though. We record our videos, So it's kind of like, so I've got this whole like small company idea going, like wrapping around my brain the past few months. So we're recording it, and it's called Dark Army Dungeons, and we're trying to just we're trying to gather like a small community around it, but I haven't posted them yet. I still have to edit them, and I'll post them probably within a couple months, but not yet. So we'll record every single episode we do, but we're not. If we streamed it, I just feel like it wouldn't have enough people live quite yet. If you scroll down, you'll see my painting schedule on the bottom left-hand side. Mondays, or no. Thursdays 5:30, Saturdays at 5 p.m. and we're Pacific time. I'm out here in California. And then I was thinking about adding Monday or Tuesday. I haven't decided yet though. I'm trying to have like a three-day a week minimum. Sometimes I will stream random times. So.
The time has come. Execute Order 66.
Thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate it, man. Officially welcome you to the stream. Man. Just when you think you got every part of rock, there's always a little tiny piece that creeps out. Ah, okay, yeah. So Monday or Thursdays at 5:30, Sundays or Saturdays. Sorry, keep saying wrong days. Thursdays and Saturdays are my day. 5 o'clock on Saturdays and 5:30 on Thursdays, and then potentially Mondays same time, 5 or 5:30. One of those two. Here we go, I found a little bit more. Yeah, we paint all kind of miniatures. I mean, not Warhammer, though. I've never been, even though I think Warhammer miniatures are awesome, I just don't play the game, nor do I know really much about it. I just know it takes a lot of money to get involved in it. And I don't want to start. Oh, man. Here, Ethos. I don't know if you've seen, not Ethos, I meant Echo Mantis. Ethos, what the hell am I saying? Here we go. Here's a Reaper miniature for you. This he's one of my favorite. There we go. Some like paladin, whatever someone wants to make of it when they buy it. But he turned out amazing. He's honestly one of my best pieces I painted so far. You weren't the one telling me. I think it was Roak that was telling me he's gonna get an airbrush, but I got a really simple technique. Not so much simple, but just much more. It helps to have an airbrush. That's just, I guess, the final thing I'll say. And I don't know if you guys are ever interested in getting an airbrush, but it changes your miniature painting capability, where you can just like crank stuff out 1,000 times faster. At least, like, especially the base coats, you're able to create like nice transitions. Like this guy, his whole skin tone is airbrushed. But I mean, I guess you can do it with a paintbrush as well. You just do. I prime them black. It's worth it. I recommend it. It's people are always hesitant on waiting to get an airbrush, kind of like how I was, but once I got it, I had, like, if you're serious about painting miniatures and like plan on painting miniatures, for a long period of time, or even making like a small, I don't know, where you sell miniatures or do commissions and stuff, it really helps to have an airbrush, and you're able to create like cool transitions that would take you forever to do on like thin layers of paint. That's just a nightmare. I'm too impatient for that. That's a whole nother field of painting. So I know people give airbrush people shit, but it's just another tool in your painting system. If you still like do all the paint work that you'd normally do, the airbrush just helps you out so much more. So I still do all the paintbrush work that I can, or that I have to do, but the airbrush just kind of complements what you do. Alright, we're gonna paint a few gems on this guy. We're going to do some thin layers of, what is it? Temple Guard Blue. I think I need a little thicker. We're gonna try to paint this. He's got this like crystal thing stuff in his stomach. So we're gonna paint that blue to give it some nice contrast. Alright. Whew. Here, we're gonna... Let me turn on the light. It's a little dark in here. Thought I had that light on, to be honest. We're gonna take one of our flat brushes. Got this broken one. And we're gonna take what color? Get the fuck out of here. We're gonna take a little bit of bone white. It's a little darker than our ivory color. We're gonna dry it out. We're just gonna lightly dry brush this staff. See how it looks. See if I need to go a little lighter. Yeah, I need to go a little lighter than that. Or a different color. Here we go. We're gonna go weathered wood from Secret Weapon Miniatures. This will be a very dramatic highlight going on right now, but it's kind of what I'm looking for. It's like it's almost like an off-white. Fire giant? What's up, Roak? No, not a fire giant. I don't know what to call this guy. He's basically just some he's almost like he's some sort of like gem-infused wizard. I mean, speaking of giants though, dude, you missed out the last stream, man. Here, I'll show you what we worked on. Yeah. He's big, I warn ya. So this is what we did last stream. He's basically like a hill or a stone giant or something. There you go. You can see less on him. He's all the way done. I need to base him basically. But he's really fun. He's a cool ass miniature. Yeah, then we did this guy. We did this guy today. I probably won't stream. I'm probably done streaming. I'm pretty tired. Gotta eat some food. Rest up. I have to do a bunch of writing as well. I gotta do a bunch of prep work. Running a campaign for tomorrow night. Still have to do a bunch of like shop writing. I got some funny ass stores in mind. All right. Oh. I'm going to take our airbrush, we're going to put it in our little simple green solution in our shot glass. So have you decided whether or not you're gonna buy an airbrush? We were actually just talking about that before you joined on in. Did you work up the courage yet? Nice, nice. It's definitely worth it, man. Now, when you get it, dude, just feel free to come onto the stream and ask me any questions you want. You want me to show you how the unhooking it goes and kind of prepping it for each stream and little kind of intricacies that go along with using an airbrush. Because it took me a while. I'll be honest with you, I destroyed my first tip and needle. So I had to spend another $50 after I bought my first airbrush. Or this airbrush. I just completely destroyed the tip because I didn't know what I was doing. So hopefully I can prevent you from doing that. If I can, it'll be a successful whatever, educational tutorial on airbrush. Alright, you guys. Well, that's it for me. This guy's got to go eat some food. But I'll catch you guys later, man. Men, boys, girls. Yeah, you guys. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'll see you later. Real Science, Sunthos, Roak, Eco Mantis, if you're still there. Anybody else in the stream? I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one, guys. I'll check you out on, I think I'll stream on Mondays. So I'll be here next Monday at around, like 5:30. I would say 5. No, actually I'm not. I think I'm working. It'll be a little later stream. It'll be like 6:15 for Mondays. So 6:15 Pacific time if you guys are on the West Coast. Alright, have a good night, guys. See ya.